Hello friends, Kurt Bergland here with another Pine Tar Baseball Great Teams of the 20th Century demo game for you with ordering information. I get questions all the time. Two questions, really. One, first question I get, Kurt, what is your favorite magazine? And the second question I get is, Kurt, can you tell us more about the Great Teams of the 20th Century set for Pine Tar Baseball? This is volume 2, and these are the teams that are in volume 2: the 04 Giants, the 07 Cubs, the 09 Tigers, the 16 Red Sox, the 19 White Sox, the 25 Pirates, the 34 Cardinals, the 35 Tigers, the 48 Indians, the 50 Phillies, the 53 Yankees, the 57 Braves, the 61 Reds, the 62 Giants, the 68 Cardinals, the 72 A's, the 76 Reds, the 77 Yankees, the 78 Red Sox, the 81 Athletics, the 88 Dodgers, the 93 Blue Jays, and the 95 Mariners. There are also two subsets in this set: 30 great American League Rookies of the Year and 30 great National League Rookies of the Year in their Rookie of the Year cards. Now, ordering information. The cards printed and shipped are $59.99. The PDF is $14.99. You send that to me on my PayPal, Bergland.kurt at yahoo.com, Bergland.kurt at yahoo.com, and I'll put all of the information below in the description to this video. You also get a suggested sample lineup sheet. Gives you a little bit of information about each team and gives you a batting order to start with that was frequently used by that team. It also, this sheet, gives you a full list of the Rookies of the Year that are included in the set. If you want to look this over before you buy, email me at Bergland.kurt at yahoo.com, and I will be happy to send it to you, or you can get it yourself off of the Pine Tar Baseball Facebook page. Alrighty, so tonight we have a fun game for you. It is the two scrappy teams. It's the 1981 Oakland Athletics, Billy Martin, against the 1934 Cardinals, the Gas House Gang. This will be a fun matchup. It's going to be Rick Langford on the mound for the Oakland Athletics and Dizzy Dean on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals. This is good stuff. Playing, of course, at Sportsman's Park. Let's go to the starting lineup. In this National League Park, we are not using the DH. Here are the lineups of the visiting Oakland Athletics. Leading off in left field, it's Ricky Henderson. Batting second in center field, Dwayne Murphy. Batting third in right field, Tony Armas. Batting fourth at third base, Wayne Gross. Batting fifth at first base, Jim Spencer. Batting sixth behind the plate, Mike Heath. And batting seventh at second base, Dave McKay. Batting eighth at shortstop, it's Fred Stanley. And on the mound, it's Rick Langford, who went 24 starts in the strike-shortened 1981 season. He is an A pitcher on the road and becomes a C pitcher the third time through the order. He has no strikeout or walk modifiers, and he give you 8 innings and more if it's going well. For the home-standing St. Louis Cardinals, the Gas House Gang of 1934, it's Pepper Martin leading off at third base, Jack Rothrock batting second in right field, Frankie Frisch batting third at second, Joe Medwick batting fourth at third at left field, Rip Collins batting fifth at first base, Bill Delancey batting sixth behind the plate, Ernie Orsatti batting 7th in center field, and Leo DeRocher batting 8th at shortstop. On the mound, as I told you, it's Dizzy Dean. 33 starts, 17 relief appearances. He's an A-plus pitcher the first 2 times through the order, and then he drops to an A pitcher the 3rd time through. He has strikeout modifiers on 55 and 77, and he can give you 8 innings and more if it's going well, and we are ready to play some ball. Pine Tar Baseball, Great Teams of the 20th Century set, Volume 2 style. So Ricky Henderson we're going to do 2 dice. The red die is for the tens digit. The white die is for the ones digit. When we need an error check, we'll use the blue one as well. So we're ready to go. Ricky Henderson against Dizzy Dean. The pitch is strike 3 swinging as Dizzy Dean blows the high hard one right by Ricky. And there's 1 out, and we are underway in the first inning. Now it's Dwayne Murphy standing in against Dean. Pitch to him is hit to Medwick in left field, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. Tony Armas up. Pitch to Tony is hit to Medwick one more time. He moves into left center a few steps for this one and puts it away for out number 3. All right, remember, to play Pine Tar Baseball, you have to remember that we go to the pitcher modifier table on rolls of 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, or 50. So anytime these rolls come up, we don't just consult the batter card, but we also have to see how the pitcher letter rating modifies the outcome of the at-bat. All right, so Rick Langford is finishing his warm-up tosses in the bottom of the first. Pepper Martin, Jack Rothrock, Frankie Frisch up for the Cardinals in the bottom of the first. The pitch to Martin. He slaps this one to left field, drops in front of Henderson, and Martin's aboard with a single. Here comes Rothrock. Langford the stretch. The pitch home, Rothrock squares to bunt, and he gets it down. Gloved by Wayne Gross, who fires to Dave McKay covering first base, and that'll move Pepper Martin to second base with 1 out, and now it's Frisch. On deck, Joe Medwick. Langford the stretch, checks Martin, the pitch home is a comebacker to Langford. He checks Martin at second base and makes the throw to Spencer for out number 2, and now it's Medwick with first base open. Langford the stretch, and the pitch to Joe Medwick, no strikeout or walk modifier, ground ball McKay. Dave throws to Spencer, and that retires the side in the first inning. We have no score after 1. I think this is going to be a tight ball game, and now that I've said that, of course, it'll be a 10-run blowout. Wayne Gross, Jim Spencer, Mike Heath, 4, 5, 6 for the Athletics in the second. The pitch. Look at this. Base hit Wayne Gross to left field. He goes the other way, and it drops in front of Medwick. He's aboard with nobody out, and it's Jim Spencer coming to the plate. Dean the stretch. And the pitch home. He lifts this to center. Ernie Orsatti back a few steps, but he's going to make the catch. And that's 1 out. Now it's Heath. Gross still at first. Pitch from Dean. Looper. Orsatti coming in hard. And he makes the catch for 2 outs. And now it's McKay. 2 outs. Gross still at first. The pitch to Dave McKay is a base hit. Center field. Orsatti gets it in quickly. Gross stops at second. 2 on, 2 outs for Stanley with Langford on deck. Dean the stretch. And the pitch home. Ball 2. Ball 2 to Stanley. Fred grounds this one to DeRocher at short. He goes the short way to Frisch covering second. And that's going to retire the Athletics in the second inning. So we've played 1.5 with no score. Athletics get a couple of runners in the second, but do not score. Collins, Delancey, and Orsatti coming up for the homestanding Cardinals. The pitch to Rip Collins. Hit to Armas in right, driving him back a few steps, but he does have room, and that'll be 1 out. Delancey, half of the catching platoon for the Cardinals, and there's a base hit. Gonna get over Murphy's head. Delancey around first. He's gonna ease into second base as Murphy gets the throw in. 1 out, 1 on for the Cardinals with Orsatti up and DeRocher on deck. Langford the stretch, the pitch home. Ground ball, Dave McKay. He gloves it to his left. Throws to Spencer, and that retires Orsatti as Delancey moves to third. Now it's DeRocher. Dean is on deck. Langford the stretch, the pitch home to Leo. Ground ball, Stanley. Fred's got it and throws to Spencer, and that retires the Cardinals in the second. So, to complete at Sportsman's Park with no score, Dean will face Langford, and then on top with Henderson and Murphy coming up for the Athletics. The wind and the pitch from Diz. Ground ball, Pepper Martin. He throws to Rip Collins for out number 1. Ricky Henderson in there now. Ricky's 0 for 1. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. That's the second for Dean, and it's the second for Ricky. 2 outs now in the third, and it's Dwayne Murphy. Dean winds and delivers. Hey, struck him out, and that's number 3 for the Diz. And it's a 1-2-3 third inning. Go to the bottom of the third with no score in this one. Langford gets to face the Diz, who actually did some pinch hitting and some pinch running for the team. And then the top of the order with Martin and Rothrock. The pitch to Diz. Hit to left, but not deep. Ricky Henderson there. And 1 down. Pepper Martin. 1 for 1 for Pepper. The pitch from Langford. Hey, he struck him out. That's Rick's first. There's 2 gone in the third. And now Rothrock. Langford winds and delivers. Slap to center. Dwayne Murphy into left center. On the run. He's got it. For the third out. 5 in a row retired by Langford. We go to the fourth, and there's no score in St. Louis. Dizzy Dean gets the meat of the Athletics order in the fourth. It's Armas, Gross, and Spencer. Pitch to Armas. And this is a good example of using the pitcher modifier tables. We got a 25 roll, and it's a walk. But on the adjustment for the A+ pitching of Dizzy Dean, that's a strikeout. And that's 4 for Diz, and 3 in a row. 1 gone in the fourth. Gross up, 1 for 1 for Wayne on the day. The pitch. Ground ball, Ripper Collins. He's going to flip to Dean covering, and there's 2 down. Now it's Spencer, 0 for 1 for Jim. The pitch. Base hit, Spencer. Right field, he pulled it over Frisch's head, and there's a 2-out single. Now Mike Heath. Dean the stretch. The pitch to Heath is a base hit. Left field, drops in front of Medwick. Spencer stops at second. 2 on, no 2 outs. And McKay up. Dean in a little bit of a jam. He had 2 on in the second, and he got out of it. See what he does here. The pitch home to Dave McKay. Ground ball, Frankie Frisch. He's going to go the short way to DeRocher covering to retire the Athletics in the fourth. After 3.5, we have no score in St. Louis. 3, 4, 5 hitters up for the Cardinals. Frisch, Medwick, and Collins against Langford. Rick winds and delivers. Excuse me. Ground ball, Fred Stanley. He throws to Spencer, and there's one out. Now it's Medwick. Joe's 0 for 1. The pitch. Ground ball, Gross. Wayne gloves it and throws to Spencer for out number 2. And Ripper Collins. 6-15 slugging in 34. The pitch. Not this time. Hit high but not deep to Dwayne Murphy in center field. He's going to make the catch. And that will retire the Cardinals in inning number 4. We go to the 5th with no score. 8-9-1 for the Athletics coming up. It's Stanley, Langford, and Henderson. Pitch to Stanley is grounded to Pepper Martin. Get to the kitchen. Oh my God, I smell gas. It's a range check. Pepper Martin's negative. We know that because his position is in red. And that means it gets by him. He fails the range check, and Stanley's on in the 5th to lead things off. Here comes Langford. Rick is 0 for 1. Dean the stretch, the pitch. And we've got our first error check. So we need our blue die. We re-roll all 3. The red and the white die tell us who, and the blue die tells us if there's an error. The 36 on the error table is for the second baseman. That's Frankie Frisch. The roll is a 4. And Frisch, clank, makes the error. So, the Athletics pitcher reaches on the error by Frisch, and there's 2 on with nobody out now for Ricky Henderson. This is not the scenario Dizzy Dean wanted. Ricky's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Diz could use another one of those right about now. Third time through the order, so Dizzy Dean drops to an A now. And see how he does against Henderson. The stretch and the pitch to Ricky. He hits this one to Orsatti in center field. He's under it. Stanley is tagging at second base. Orsatti's throw coming towards the infield, and Stanley holds. He bluffs the tag and sticks at second. Langford stays at first, and with 1 out now, it's Dwayne Murphy. Murphy's 0 for 2. Dean the stretch. And the pitch. Hit to Orsatti. That's deep, but catchable. He gets there. Stanley tagging one more time and advances to third base. So first and third for the Athletics now with 2 outs, and Armas at the plate. Armas 0 for 2. Athletics at the corners with 2 outs. Dean has pitched into and out of trouble all day. The pitch. Hey, struck him out, and that's going to retire the side with Dizzy Dean's 5th strikeout. We have gone halfway through this one, and we have no score heading to the bottom of the 5th. Rick Langford will face Delancey, Orsatti, and DeRocher, 6, 7, 8 in the Cardinal order. Langford has retired the last 8 Cardinal hitters in a row. Langford winds and delivers to Delancey. Hit to center. Under it is Murphy, and it's 9 in a row for Langford. Here comes Orsatti, the left-handed batting center fielder for the Cardinals. Hit me. And he walks him, breaking the string of 9 in a row. Orsatti reaches and DeRocher up. And every time I see DeRocher on this team, I think of Babe Ruth's nickname for him, the All-American Out. I don't know why I think of that every time I see this card, but I do. DeRocher, 0 for 1. Langford, the stretch, checks Orsatti, the pitch home. Ground ball, Gross. He goes to McKay for 1. The relay to Spencer is not in time as DeRocher beats the rap at first, which will bring Dean up. They can clear the pitcher in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs, DeRocher at first. No score. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Langford the stretch, the pitch. And we got a wild pitch check. No. Ball 1. As Heath blocks it in the dirt. Next pitch to Dean. Base hit for Dizzy Dean, and this is going to be trouble down the line. Henderson's got to go get it. DeRocher on second. He takes third. Dean's got himself a 2-out double. 2 Cardinals in scoring position now, but with 2 outs for Pepper Martin, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Langford in a jam. His biggest jam so far, and he goes to the stretch. The pitch home to Martin is hit to Ricky Henderson in left. High but not deep. And Ricky does a little showboating as he makes the catch for out number 3. And we've played 5 complete with no score. Both teams have flirted with scoring but have been unable to cross the pay station. In the Athletic 6, it'll be Gross, Spencer, and Heath, 4, 5, 6 coming up. Diz winds and delivers. Hit to right, Looper. Rothrock coming hard and makes the catch for out number 1. Spencer now, 1 for 2. Dean winds and delivers. A ground ball, Frisch. He throws to Collins for out number 2. And Mike Heath, 1 for 2 himself. Dean has allowed 5 hits, all singles. The pitch. Ground ball, DeRocher. He throws to Collins, and that will retire the side in the 6th. No score after 5.5 in this one. All right, Langford out. Matching Dean pitch for pitch. It's Rothrock, Frisch, and Medwick. 2, 3, 4 coming up in the Cardinal 6th. Rothrock 0 for 1. He's also bunted the pitch. So we have a pitcher modifier. We have a single. We are the 3rd time through the order for Langford. He is now a C. And that doesn't change anything. So it's still a single for Rothrock. And Frisch coming up. Langford the stretch. Pitch to Frisch. Ground ball, Gross. He goes to McKay for 1. The relay to Spencer, not in time. Rothrock's retired on the 5-4 fielder's choice. Frisch safe at first, and now it's Medwick. Medwick is 0 for 2. Langford the stretch, and the pitch is hit to center field. That's Dwayne Murphy country, and he's going to catch it. For out number 2, and now it's Collins. Langford the stretch, and the pitch. Ground ball, Spencer. And he's going to take it himself to the bag for out number 3 in the 6th. So we've played 6 complete. And we've got no score in St. Louis. Dean out for the 7-8-9 Athletics. McKay, Stanley, and Langford in the 7th. Langford has allowed 4 hits. Dean has allowed 5. Langford has walked 1. Dean has walked none. Dean has struck out 5, and Langford struck out only 1 to this point. Pitch to Dave McKay. And we've got another error check. Get the blue die and re-roll. This one is 68, so it goes to the shortstop. That's DeRocher. And it's a 3, and that's going to clank off his glove because it's 4 or less. So, the All-American out commits an All-American error, and McKay's on at first. Now it's Stanley. Tough to bunt here with Langford up next, even though it's tempting. All right, the pitch is hit to right, but not deep. Rothrock coming hard and makes the catch for out number 1. Now it's Langford. Dean the stretch. The pitch, Rick squares to bunt. He hits it to Collins. Collins turns and fires to DeRocher covering second. And they get the leading lady, Dave McKay, as Langford is safe at first on the fielder's choice. Now it's Henderson. Dizzy Dean the stretch. The pitch home. Hey, struck him out. That's Henderson's 3rd strikeout. He's got the hat trick. Dizzy Dean has struck out 6 in the ball game. It's time to stretch him out in St. Louis. Bottom of the 7th. No score. Delancey, Orsatti, and DeRocher coming up. For St. Louis, Delancey's 1 for 2. He doubled in the 2nd. Langford winds and delivers. Hey, struck him out. There's strikeout number 2 for Rick. And Orsatti follows. Ernie is 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch. Fly ball right field. Under it, Armas toward the line and gets there to make the catch for out number 2. Here's DeRocher with Dean on deck. Hey, struck him out, and that's number 3 for Langford. And we've played 7 complete, and we have no score in St. Louis. Got a good one. Coming down, last 2-inning ball game. Murphy, Armas, and Gross against Dean. Murphy's 0 for 3, the pitch. Okay, it ends in a 5, so we got a pitcher modifier table. It's a walk, and he strikes him out swinging. 7 strikeouts now for Dean, 1 gone in the 8th, and Armas up. Armas 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts, 1 more for the hat trick. Combacker, gloved by Dean. He takes a couple steps toward Collins, and there's 2 gone. And now Wayne Gross. 1 for 3 for Gross. Ends in a 5, modifier table. It's a walk, but Dean's A turns it into a strike 3 swinging. 8 Ks for Dean. 7.5 complete. No score. Dean and Langford matching punch for punch. Bottom of the 8th, Dean, and then the top with Martin and Rothrock for St. Louis. The pitch from Langford to Diz is a base hit for Dean. That's his 2nd of the game. Center field drops in front of Murphy. He gets it back in. Martin up. That's going to get action going in the A's bullpen. Bob Ochinko and Dave Beard start to throw. It's lefty-righty double-barreled action in the Athletics bullpen. Just the way I like it. Martin's 1 for 3. Dean at first. Langford the stretch. The pitch. Martin squares to bunt. He pops it up. Langford grabs it, fires to Spencer, and that will retire Dean on the double play. To McKay. It's a 1-4 double play that retires Dean. It's a rally-killing, soul-crushing bunt into a double play for Pepper Martin. And so now with 2 outs and nobody on, it's Rothrock, who is 1 for 2. Base hit Rothrock. Center field, Dwayne Murphy throws it back in. 2 outs, Rothrock at first, and Frisch up. Langford the stretch. Frankie's 0 for 3. The pitch. Comebacker to Langford. Couple steps towards Spencer and throws him out. That's the end of the 8th. We go to the 9th. No score in St. Louis. For Oakland, it's Spencer, Heath, and McKay due up. Unless Billy Martin decides to go to his bench. And it's a deep bench because there aren't many pitchers. There's only 9 pitchers on the staff. 10. All right, so Spencer up 1 for 3 against Dean. Dizzy winds and delivers, hit to right. Rothrock into right center a few steps and makes the catch for out number 1. Now it's Heath. 1 for 3 for Mike. Dean winds and delivers, and there's a base hit for Heath to left. Drops in front of Medwick. He throws it back in. Heath's aboard, but he's not a speedster. And so Rick Bosetti is going to pinch run for Mike Heath in the 9th. McKay is up 1 for 3. Dean the stretch. The pitch to McKay. It's strike 3 swinging. Dizzy reaches back for something extra. That's his 9th strikeout, and here comes Fred Stanley being called back to the dugout. The pinch hitter will be Mitchell Page. As Billy Martin's going for the long ball. Page hit only 141 in 1981. But he did hit a couple homers. Dean, the stretch. Bosetti at first. The pitch home. Ground ball, Leo DeRocher flips to Frisch, and that will end the Athletics' 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th with no score. Jeff Newman will become the new catcher for Oakland. The new shortstop will be Rob Piccolo. Newman will bat 6th. And Piccolo will bat 8th in the Oakland order. Langford coming back out, as you might expect, with the Billy Ball starting staff. So the Cardinals can walk this thing off. Medwick, Collins, and Delancey, their 3 best power threats in the lineup, are due up in the bottom of the 9th. 4, 5, 6. Medwick's 0 for 3. Langford winds and delivers to Joe Medwick, and extra base hit. Medwick to right, down the line. Armas has to go get it. It's rattling around in the corner. Tony's got a big arm, and Medwick gets to second and stops there. So now it's Collins. Okay. Collins up. Langford still in. 0 for 3 for Collins. The pitch. Hit to right. Armas under it. Medwick tagging. Armas makes the catch. Medwick tagging from second. Going to third. Armas's throw to Gross. Not in time. Medwick with a head first slide gets in there. Now Medwick's at third with 1 out. And Delancey is due. Now we got this scenario I just don't like. And that is a runner at third, the winning run at third. Bottom of the ninth or later. And less than 2 outs, because now you've got that do you walk the bases loaded thing. I've also got the bullpen ready. So, they don't want any part of Bill Delancey, so they're going to walk him. And that brings up Orsatti. And here comes Billy Martin, and that's going to do it for Rick Langford, because they're going to go to Ochinko, the left-handed short man in the 1981 A's bullpen. And we'll see what that forces the Cardinals to do. Let's give you Langford's numbers. Excuse me. 8 1/3 innings. He allowed 7 hits. He walked 1 unintentionally and 1 intentionally. He struck out 2. He allowed no runs so far, but Medwick on third base and Delancey at first base are both his responsibility, although Medwick, of course, is the only run that counts. Now, Orsatti is up. Ochinko is in. He is an A-plus pitcher on the road. He has walk modifiers on 55 and 77. He can give you an inning. And how are they going to manage this one? Well, they're going to go to Spud Davis, the backup or the co-catcher, to hit for Orsatti. And Spud Davis does terrible things to left-handed pitchers. So Davis will pinch hit here. The infield is in, the outfield is in, but I can't walk Davis because I got this modifier thing going here, and Ochinko can be wild. So he might walk. But if I walk Davis and go to DeRocher and he walks DeRocher, the game's over. So 1 out, first and third, infield in, Davis up, Ochinko to the stretch, the pitch, and we've got a range. Get to the kitchen. Oh my God, the game is the game is riding on a range check. Let's see where it goes. 62, shortstop. It's past Piccolo for a base hit. That'll score Medwick, and the Cardinals walk it off with a 1-0 bottom of the ninth victory off of, well, the winning pitcher is Dizzy Dean. The losing pitcher is Rick Langford, even though Ochinko gave up the hit to end it. So Spud Davis comes through with a pinch hit. 300 hitter, 366 on base. and a nice 464 slugging mark, and very tough against lefties. But if I stay with Langford, I've got, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm open to second guessing on that one, but you got to make the call. So let's do the line score. For the victorious 1934 St. Louis Cardinals, 1 run on 8 hits, and they committed 2 errors. For the 81 Athletics, no runs on 6 hits, and they committed no errors. Winning pitcher, Dizzy Dean. Losing pitcher, Rick Langford. Thanks for joining me. We had a good one. This is the Pine Tar Baseball Great Teams of the 20th Century set, Volume 2. All of the ordering information is in the description for the video. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful evening. So long, everybody.